Good morning, this is Craig, the Natural Medic, hiking to the top of New Mexico today, Wheeler Peak, which has 13,141 feet. Starting off at the Williams Lake trailhead, gonna head up towards Williams Lake, which is a pretty tall alpine lake, then continue on past that to connect to the peak. Hope you'll go with me as I go to the top of New Mexico. See you down the trail. Starting off here, coming down to Williams Lake to go on the summit trail and then up to Wheeler Peak. So let's do it. Just crossed the threshold into the Wheeler Peak Wilderness in the Carson National Forest, which means we've got about a mile on the trail so far. Just turned the corner about a 1/10 of a mile from Williams Lake, going up Trail 67, which is the Wheeler Peak Trail. A lot of going up on the way to the peak. Imagine that. About 3 miles in, starting to see some more peaks and some snow, even though it's late June. Came up this trail from the Williams Lake intersection and then around the bend where that little group of trees is, where you can see those people walking. Continuing up this way. Stay with me. Let's take a look down below. You can see the whole circle of peaks here. Way down, right above that tree line. There's where we parked. I don't know what their names are at this point, but I'll try to find out. There's some snow left over, but Wheeler is still slightly out of reach up there. Unfortunately, it's quite windy, and still got a ways to go up. We've got all this stuff, but less than half a mile to get up, but about probably 700, 800 feet in elevation to get up. Okay, made it to the top of Wheeler Peak, highest point in all of New Mexico. It's at different heights, but it is over 13,000 feet. 13,161 I've seen as high as 13,764, I believe. It's over 13,000 feet tall. If you look right here, here's the actual geodesic benchmark. A little beat up, but cool nonetheless. Now, according to this here, 13,161 feet above sea level, which is the highest point in New Mexico. Named in honor of George Montague Wheeler, who was a surveyor, led a party of surveyors and naturalists in the area, mapping over 6 other states, including New Mexico. There's a little place under here where you can sign a log to let everybody know you were here. Well, it took about 4 hours to get to the top of Wheeler Peak. I'm gonna head back down now. It was cold. I mean, for June, it was cold. Hopefully you can hear this just fine. But I'm gonna head back down and see on the way down. Of course, you've got a beautiful view from the top here. All of these mountains. You can definitely see how busy it was today. There are some more people still coming up, but majority of people are coming down at this point. If you can look right here, kind of zoom in there, there's a ton of people coming down those switchbacks and the people coming up. Definitely a popular trail. It's hard to tell when you're looking at it from not on it. I definitely recommend bringing some trekking poles. These trails are definitely steep, going up and coming down. You do have to walk on a lot of scree going up and coming down. Most of it's pretty stable, so you shouldn't have to worry too much about footing, but I would take my time going through it, whether you're coming up or down. It did take about 4 hours to go to the top, going on the Williams Lake Trail to the Peak Trail to the Summit Trail. It took about 4.5 miles one way. Just use caution, and like I said, I'll remind you again, I like to use trekking poles in terrain like this, but use your discretion. Starting to get back in the trees, and that's a good thing as we're getting back closer to the bottom. Lowering altitude, just a reminder, all of this grassy looking stuff is alpine tundra on the sides. You really want to stay on the trail so you don't damage it. It's very fragile. Coming down the trail, you can see a pretty clear view of Williams Lake. It does not have fish. It is not stocked because it does freeze over in the wintertime, which is not good fish habitat. One thing to be concerned about, of course, is getting up to the top early. So you need to start early because, as you see, there are some storms rolling in to this area. It wasn't cloudy and now it is. Mountain weather can change in an instant. Be prepared. And don't be allowing yourself to get caught on top of an exposed peak with no cover. Made it back to the parking lot. Took about 8 hours. About 9 miles round trip up and back. I would definitely rate it as strenuous. It was strenuous, but it is doable under the right conditions. I'd left you some tips up there, throughout the video, different things that I noticed would be helpful. But if you have questions, if you have comments, leave those below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Think about subscribing to the channel for more great content. See you out there on the trail. Till next time, bye-bye.